I'm a dancer, you're going to have to work.
Debbie Allen has spent the last half-century dancing, acting,
and then relax, relate, release,
and directing her way through the full spectrum of fine arts.
I think it's a combination of courage and curiosity. I'm not afraid to not know something, and I'm always interested in solving and figuring something out.
A trait she says she inherited from her mother, Pulitzer Prize-nominated poet Vivian Ayers.
Well, I'm very proud of their inspiration.
She has been, for me, Felicia, my brother Tex, my brother Huey, our greatest fan and our biggest critic, and a guide for us to stay on a path.
A path that took them from the segregated South to Mexico when she was 12 years old.
She took you out of Houston, Texas, and moved you to another country.
Mama raised us believing we were children of the universe. Growing up as I was, with so many boundaries and limitations, it was dance that kept me believing everything my mother told me.
But there was a turning point in your life at 16.
Yeah, there was a turning point when it was time to go to college. I was auditioning for the North Carolina School of the Arts, and I was the hope of my whole community until the head teacher gave me the verdict that I was not going to be accepted, that I was not the right body type for dance. It was the most painful, it was hard because everybody thought I was joking.
They thought you were joking.
They thought I was joking when I called to say they weren't accepting me. And that was so hard. It was as if I had failed. And it's what my mom said to me when I got off the plane. Mommy told me I had failed, which was really hard.
Your mother said you failed?
She said that to me. But what I realized years later, that she was loving me, that she was making me responsible. I had to get back on track somehow.
That track led her to Howard University.
Had you given up on dance at that point?
I had done that my freshman year until I went to a party and I was tearing that party up, girl. They called me Dancing Snack. That was my nickname.
Dancing Snack?
That was my nickname. And Mike Malone was at the party. And he said, wait, you can really dance. He said, no, I want to show you something. He showed me his picture in Dance Magazine. I had never seen a black man in Dance Magazine. And it just made me woke again about who I am and what I should be doing. He said, I want you to come and join my company.
She made out for the Big Apple to join her big sister, Felicia Allen Rashad, also trying to make it in show business.
We were in the struggle together. Sometimes we only had one can of tuna fish between us and our two cats.
That's not much tuna fish.
But it was okay, we made it.
Then came Broadway, and in 1980, a Tony nod for her performance as Anita in the revival of West Side Story. But it was a role for TV where Debbie Allen found
when they decided to do the series, they called and asked if I would be the teacher. So I said, I'm fine with that if I can do the choreography. And they said, okay, we don't care about that. I'm like, child, let's go. And that was everything.
But when she stepped behind the camera to direct a Cosby Show spinoff, her world was, well, different.
I know my parents loved me.
I got the call from Bill Cosby to go in. He said, he called me Miss Trash. Miss Trash, go in there and clean house. I said, I'm ready.
Why did it need to be clean?
It needed to be clean because it didn't have any cultural identity. They didn't have someone that understood a historically black college.
Smells delicious.
We had a place at Howard called the Punch Out.
It's still there?
Yes, the Punch Out. There was no waitresses waiting on you, but there was hot sauce on every table.
Every table.
So if that tells you anything, I basically brought the hot sauce and put it on the table.
She continued to bring that heat to Hollywood, producing her first motion picture for director Steven Spielberg and simultaneously acting in and directing hit TV shows like Grey's Anatomy. But she's never too big to give back.
Hop, 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 hop.
In 2001, Allen founded the Debbie Allen Dance Academy.
You're teaching the itty bitties.
I love it because I feel that I have something to give them. They look up to me. When they look at all the things that I do, they know they can do anything I do and more.
I can't let you go without talking about the Kennedy Center.
Okay.
And this honor.
It's really something because I've worked with the Kennedy Center for like 20 years. I'm still in the making, and that my work is significant enough for this honor to be part of that tribe. That Kennedy Center Honor Tribe is a fierce group. It's a fierce group.
The woman does it all. She was the first Black woman to win a Golden Globe for a TV series. She's choreographed the Oscars 10 times. She's got 18 Emmy nominations. She's won 3, and she's not done reinventing herself. She released a documentary on her dance academy during the pandemic, and she told me she's already written her first movie. We should expect to see that around Christmas time, guys. The next thing she wants to do?
What?
Direct an opera.
Of course she does. Of course she does.
I mean,
what I love about her
Michelle.
is there are all these things you know about that she's done, but there's so many things she's done you don't know about.
Yeah.
There's so much I left on the floor on this story. I mean, one of the great stories about her mom was that she basically, when she was rejected, she took the staircase, right? The banister of the staircase, nailed it to the floor of the living room, and that was her bar.
Wow.
I mean, can you imagine your mother saying, okay, we're going to get back on this horse.
No, but
and this is how I'm going to destroy the house,
Michelle,
but I'm going to do it.
That was so good, number one.
Oh,
Number
thank
one.
you.
Number two, I love what she said about courage and curiosity, and that still, the pain of the rejection still
so
sits
powerful.
with her.
Yes, it
After all
does.
this time. Despite all of her accomplishments, you still remember that.
Yeah, it is painful. It is for all of us. We all remember that first
yeah.
failure,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
We do. I have to shout out to Tina Aguilar. I've got to shout out to Carlos Court and to Lincoln.
The team that worked.
The team that worked on
You guys
this.
killed it. You guys killed it.
Once in a generation talent.
And it's so good to see her on stage.
Yes.
You forget how good, well, we all know how good, but you forget how good
She's-
she is.
she's something.
gorgeous and stunning, too.
Thank you, Michelle.
Good job, Michelle.